Watch and burn.
Hey everybody. So tonight, I want to discuss The Plague Dogs. Now, this is an animated film that came out way back when, and it was the same fun-loving team of animators who brought us Watership Down. For anybody that's either read that book and then they're seeing the animated movie that's based off the book, if you saw that, you know what you're in for here. Or if you read Watership Down, you know what you're in for here. This is like, on the surface, it's a kid's movie. Sort of the parents could have made the same mistake back then that they might have made with When the Wind Blows. Just because something's animated doesn't necessarily mean that it's for children. And oh my God, this movie's lethal. So it tells the story of two lab dogs, one by the name of Rowf and the other one by the name of Snitter. And if memory serves, Snitter has had a number of surgeries performed on his brain, so he sort of hallucinates from time to time, and this is very evident because he has band-aids on the top of his head. So him and Rowf narrowly managed to escape the facility where they're being experimented on. They're almost incinerated because how they have to escape the facility is through the incinerator, where whenever they're done testing on the dogs and the dogs die, they shovel them into there and they burn them, right? And so Snitter and Rowf, they escape through that narrowly, and then the information that is put out to the public is that the two dogs that have escaped have the plague. And so everybody is hunting these two dogs, and throughout the course of the hunt, you find out more about them. Snitter, for example, his owner was taking him for a walk, and I can't remember what happened. He had a heart attack or something. And then Snitter broke free. He was picked up and then brought to the facility where he's been experimented on ever since, and he never found his owner. Yeah, this movie, I shouldn't even be talking about this. This movie is so downbeat. Like, this is one of the saddest films you will ever have either the fortune or the misfortune of watching, depending on your state of mind coming into this. So, oh my God, there's one part where Snitter, if memory serves, he finds this dude, and you only see the dude's feet, and he was out hunting, so he's got his shotgun, and he's got the butt on the ground, and so the trigger's close to the ground, and Snitter's all like, oh my God, a human's being nice to me, and the dude is really cool. He's like, oh, hey, little guy, and he's petting him, and Snitter, in his excitement, he accidentally steps on the trigger of the dude's shotgun, which blows the guy's head off. It was at that point I'm thinking, like, what the fuck am I watching this for? I mean, that was sort of like that was like the hopeful apex of this film, was when he finds the nice dude who then gets his head blown off. That's like the kindness in this film summed up. So along the way, they meet the Todd. He's this smart-assed fox that assists them as much as possible, but he ends up getting tangled up into the plague nonsense too, and he is taken down by the humans. Just as Rowf and Snitter, they come across the shore. I think they're at the ocean now. Well, they'd have to be, they're in England. So they'd hit the shore, so they're at the ocean, and my light just died. I had a feeling that was going to happen. But I'm prepared because, or maybe I'm not prepared, I don't know. I don't think I'm that prepared, to be honest. I talk the big talk and stuff, but I'm not the most prepared person. So, yeah, so as they get to the shore, they're just about caught at this point, and so it's kind of do or die for them. And Rowf and Snitter are like, is it going to be okay when we get to the island or whatever? All right, why won't this fit? What did I do? Why is this happening to me? I'm a really good person, just trying to... All right, fuck that. Okay, so yeah, like I was just saying, they get to the shore, they decide to make a break into the ocean because it's do or die, and they see what the fuck was that? Ah! What the fuck was that? I don't know what that was. Anyways, yeah, so they decide to make a break for this island that they see off in the distance, and they go off swimming towards it, and their fate is sort of left untold, I suppose. There are a lot of bugs. So yeah, so you see them moving towards the island, and the island is sort of the last like bastion of hope that these two animals have. And they're just really tired, and I just don't think that these two dogs can swim there. And even if they do, the humans are just going to put the word out that, oh, you got a couple plague dogs headed to your island, and as they're washing up on shores, they're just going to be shot. Yeah, that's the kind of movie this is. This one is rough. This is like one of the saddest movies I've ever seen. And I will say, though, it is oddly compelling. I've watched this a handful of times. And I'm not exactly like a cinematic glutton for punishment. Like, I don't like watching punishing cinema just to sort of like, I don't know, because the movies are decent, I put myself through it just because I know the movies are good, even though I find the film itself to be absolutely detestable or something. I'm not that guy. So something about this has compelled me to watch it a handful of times, but my God, is this movie downbeat. But look, I'm going to stop talking because I keep hearing shit behind me and I'm a little isolated. So thank you so much for hanging out with me for 6.5 minutes while I discussed one of the saddest films I've ever seen, and that is 1980 whatever's The Plague Dogs. Like always, if you like this review or whatever the fuck this was, don't forget to do something nice for somebody. But please, most importantly, don't forget that the world is actually a better place because you are in it. Like always, I'm going to go. Have a good night.